Horse racing fans, welcome to a new series of a game we've played on this channel quite a bit. Well, not as much as I would like. Final Stretch, Sim Horse Racing. I swear this game has like three different titles depending on actually what region you purchase it from in the world. So I'm just going to call it Horse Racing Manager 1 because it's technically what it really is in the game series. For some reason, my save file is like non-existent from where we were playing originally. So I think I'm going to start a new playthrough, and we're going to do easy. At least initially. Normal, we could do normal. We could. I'm doing easy in these type of games only because, again, like once I know what really works, I think, I think we'll actually be in a position to have the results that we want and to make things a little bit more challenging. But again, gotta crawl before you can walk. So we're just gonna start off with that. And not to mention these games, like I think are still challenging sometimes even on the easiest level. Like it's not like you're just winning races all the time like in Gallop Racer. You know what I mean? I think that difficulty is much more skewed to actually be relatively easy. But I think other games like strategy management games like this, easy is like normal. Normal is like hard, and then hard is like very hard. That, at least in my opinion. But we will be doing a trotting series here again because it's the only reason I play this game. I will play Horse Racing Manager 2 for the Thoroughbred series, which we will be getting back into that. And we will just start in the US of A because that's what I'm most familiar with. It would be cool to do it in another country, but I've kind of messed around with a lot of these. And that's what I'm saying, like maybe in a later playthrough, once I'm taking this game more seriously, we can actually go to one of these other countries. Now, you would think it would make more sense for me to start in a country without the highest competition. But again, this is on easy. Not to mention the names of horses and jockeys from these different countries are like authentically what that nationality is. So I'm not going to spend an entire series butchering names. I don't think anybody wants to hear me do that. So we're going to go ahead and just race in the US of A. That's where I'm from. It's the most familiar. So we have $500,000 in cash to spend, and essentially we're looking at where we want to be for our particular ranch, stable, whatever you want to call it. Now, here's a nice property close to Miami. It's an enjoyable location. The sea is nearby. It improves healing, but raises infrastructure costs. In a breeding region, lower horses follow-up costs, higher infrastructure costs, yada, yada. You get 6 boxes, which obviously just means 6 stalls for 6 racehorses, and it costs $156,000. I'm not going to read through all of these verbatim, but here's a decent one. You get riding alley upgraded to level 2, hangar at level 3, and 2 stalls. It's nearby for a forest, which improves your fame. Enjoyable location, not far from Dallas, $82,000 as well. Might be a good location. Here we have another one close to Memphis, same deal. Forest, enjoyable location, $109,000. 4 stalls for horses and 2 riding alleys. Not bad. You have something here in an exceptional setting near Phoenix, Arizona. Training center nearby. Good soil quality. Structures closed less of 10 higher infrastructure costs. And 6 stalls. This is pretty good because having a really good training center nearby helps in this game. So we'll consider that. Here's something in Denver. Prestigious location. Vet clinic nearby. Interesting. See, I'm trying to do something I've never done before. I usually just always go for just having like a bunch of stalls to have more racehorses. I think I'm not going to do that this time out. That's a bad one. That's too expensive, too costly, poor soil quality, and nothing. So what I'm really liking is this. Well, I was liking the location of Miami, but actually I like either Dallas or the training center near Phoenix or Denver. Actually, I think Denver is what I was really thinking about. Only because you have your stalls already upgraded to level 3. Your paddock's already upgraded to level 3. And you have a little bit more prestige that comes with it, which I would like to actually have in this game for once. I never focus on fame and prestige. I'm always usually struggling to survive, right? So I'm going to go ahead and take this location near Denver. I don't think there's a single horse racing track in Denver in the United States. Like, not one. I'd be surprised if there was. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I like this because here, yes, you have a good deal, not far from Dallas, enjoyable location. The forest is also good, which improves frame. But again, infrastructure cost. I don't know if we want to already be kind of taxed on ourselves financially right out the gate. I'm going to go ahead and take a chance. And I like this one in Phoenix as well because of the training facility. and in an exceptional setting. But again, you have high infrastructure costs and only 6 stalls, no other infrastructure. So we're going to go ahead and go to Denver for this playthrough. And our Silk Color stable name, of course, we will be HRG Stables. And the owner's name, yeah, sure, Horse Racing Gamer. Why not? Makes sense. Yeah. Even though technically I should be using my actual name. And you know what? I will go ahead and use my actual real name, my government name, Eric. And we'll just go ahead and leave it as that. So as far as our colors, you guys will notice a shift on this channel over the next month. But you'll start seeing a color pattern start to form in some of the new things that I do on the channel. Now, unfortunately, in this game, like, the colors that I really want are not really available. Like, purple isn't really a purple. It's like a I hate it. It's not like purple at all. But, kind of going back to the Gallup Racer 2003 Silk colors for any of you following us over on that series. Maybe keeps some of the green in there. I don't like the pattern. Let's see. What are we going to do? Polka dots. Polka dots looks interesting. The green sleeve, excuse me. We need something for the sleeve. Let's see. You have checkerboard. Not bad. It's actually doing a little bit too much for me. I'm just looking for something a little bit more simple. Maybe the sleeve should be black or something. Just trying to go with a little bit of a different look than what we usually do. That works. If we're trying to just still keep 3 colors in there, maybe do that. And as far as we go for the cap, you have the star up top. Could end up doing that. I usually like the star if I'm doing a harness horse racing game for some reason. But yeah, I think these will actually be our Silk colors. We're going to go ahead and rock with that here for HRG Stables. Oh, 3 colors at most. You know what? Then why give me the option of choosing a bunch? Like, bleep, 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 bleep. That's all I could say. Yeah, that's annoying. But nonetheless, let's see. We could do that or yellow. I'm just going to stick with that. I think it's fine. Whatever. All right, initializing our first playthrough of this new series. Because again, I can't believe my save file just disappeared. To be honest with you guys, can't even remember where we were in that last one. And this is one, again, like Starter's Orders and every other new series I'm starting. Like, the intention is not to, like, disappear from the series. Like, I'm completely in on continuing these, even if it's just on a bi-monthly basis. So, let's see if we have, I mean, let's just kind of take a look through everything. So, again, we only have 2 stalls and no horses. What I'm going to do is go to our management here. And let's see who we need, which I'm pretty sure we need everybody. When it comes to management, my attitude towards the staff, I like that this game has this as an option because I think that's extremely important in management games because it obviously reflects real life. And most games don't have a feature or an option or anything where your attitude towards your staff obviously has some sort of morale effect. It should. Some games do, but a lot don't. So, in reality, man, I would say my attitude... Oh, gosh. I totally forgot those background sounds are in there. I've not played this game in probably over a year. That scared the living bleep, bleep, bleep out of me. Oh, my gosh. Sorry if that may have freaked you out, too. I promise you, I totally forgot. I would say delicate. I'm not really authoritarian or directional. Like, I mean, those of you that know me know I like to work with everyone and see if we can come to a mutual resolution. I think that's the best way to do things, usually, under most circumstances. So let's go ahead and just kind of search for our staff. And I'm going to pay for the best people who have high morale. Morale is important. So I've never really paid attention to that in this game because I understand it more now as a full functioning adult in the regular world compared to when I grew up playing this game. I just wasn't even thinking about these things. We'll hire Bernard Baguette to be one of our assistants. As far as the lad, Paul Livingston, he's usually one of the best to use at his price. High morale as well. So we'll have him. As far as a trainer, Pedro Dominguez, he's there. He's not great, but he has high morale, and he can certainly be upgraded if you do well. Staff manager, we'll get Yoshi Toshibu. He'll manage things on that side. Javier Pascal will be our stableman. Maintenance staff, we'll go ahead and get Isabel Marcos to handle that job. Welcome, Isabel. And then I think, who did I still was going to take a shot on Pedro. Now, let's see how we actually look and if we need to delegate anything. So, we need 4 lads. Or I think we have a max of 4 that we can have. But you know what? I like just starting with one position, one job position each, and then I will add additional staff based off of how things are going. I don't like to just prematurely just hire a whole bunch of people that we may not need. It's like hire as you go, right? And I will be increasing salaries like Pedro Dominguez. I hope to boost his morale, so I'll go ahead and give him a boost of 26 extra dollars, and I will give him another boost. Just keep in mind, doing this as well also increases your employees' overall happiness, and that will improve the overall effectiveness of everything we do here at HRG Stable. So, as far as planning is concerned, you have 7 of these, I don't even know what they call them. We're just going to call them bars, and essentially, you can decide what you want to prioritize here. So we have your horse's food, reduce the health problems, training efficiency, increase the morale, lower maintenance costs. Obviously, I want a little bit of everything. So I'm going to go ahead and do... Well, can I? Or I can't. We have plenty of free time, required minimum time. No, I guess I can't add anything. No, I can't. Okay. Nothing for horse training, though. That's weird. Or horse food. Okay. So I guess we'll go ahead and just focus on staff management. Okay, we can put all of our staff management on here, actually. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I want to keep as many of our people happy as possible. Put Isabel, make sure she's happy. Then as far as our lower maintenance costs, let's have the career be a little bit lower for us. I don't mind the other 2 staying where they are. So I guess that's what we'll do for now. And yeah, let's go ahead and look at our farm. Let me just check things. So this essentially is the research tree that you go through to get all of the excuse me, locations and different things in the game. As you see, you start off with obviously the basic ground setup. You move on to your boxes, which lets you host horses. Then you have the hangar, and that substantially reduces the cost of food. You have your paddock, of course, for resting and stuff. Horsemanship increases your fame. Staff obviously increases the efficiency of everybody working here. Mechanization, same thing. Saddlery, pretty much same thing. Like, this whole tree is kind of all linked together, so to speak. Then you have the riding alley, fitness training, straight line to improve our horse's speed. Circle of tether, increase your fame and helps with taming horses, which is nice. Grooming room, of course, lowering cost. The clubhouse lets us host other horses. Solarium improves our fitness. Mechanical walker, fitness, loop track. Efficiency on behavior and its adaptation to jockeys. I think that'll be important since we're doing this harness playthrough. And a pool to reduce injuries and other good stuff that you don't want your horses going through. So, looking at our stable info, again, racing in the United States, essentially the toughest harness horse racing location in the world as far as this game is concerned. And keep in mind, this game is like 20, 25 years old. I don't know, close to 30 at this point. Yeah, so value of our buildings are $86,000. Our fame is at 1. And yeah, that all looks good. Maintenance, maintenance staff. You have some stuff here. There's profit in maintenance staff of 296 occupation points. Yeah, which, like I said, I will go ahead and add staff as I feel we need. So, currently we have a paddock at level 3 and boxes at level 3. So that's already improved to the max. The paddock is already improved to the max. So we already have 2 things maxed out. We have a career. The career improves your fame and the efficiency of fitness exercise. I want it to be known that we take our training seriously here. And I'm going to go ahead and actually upgrade this up to level 3 immediately. And if we're going to buy another structure, I would like at least staff building at level 1 as well. And yeah, so you see this whole plot is essentially what your ranch is, and you want to get this all filled out to really be operating at the utmost efficiency. So let's finally get to actually finding some freaking horses, right? Let's go to the sales. We'll look at ads. Of course, we are looking for trotters, and I'd prefer for them to, I guess, let's look listed first. We have $352,000. I'm just going to see what the listed horses are. We only have 2 stalls, remember. So I'm going to get 1 listed horse and 1 international. But first, let me look at maybe some international ones we can grab. And ideally, I like to look for horses with really good stamina, or endurance. 53, not ideal for harness racing. 60 for Original Lady looks pretty good. She's a 5-year-old. Says filly, so I guess in this game, when do they become mares? Wait. The sex is female and male in this game, not colt and filly. Right. It's like one of the only games that actually does that. Weird. Okay, yeah, so I was going to say, like, if I saw 5 in F, I'm like, she'd be a mare, right? But no, she's just a 5-year-old female horse, apparently, to this game. So, Original Lady, I'm looking at acquiring her. We have some Group 1 internationals and things that are way out of our price range. So, we're going to go ahead and go to Group 2. We're going to get Original Lady. She only costs $48,000. She's already had 27 lifetime starts, 2 wins, 2 places, and yeah, she's average. 64 speed, 58 acceleration, 60 endurance. She's the best of the Group 2 horses here. And we'll go ahead and acquire her. Beautiful. So color is black. And winnings this year is 33,000. I have to say, it's still some things about this game, not just for nostalgia purposes, that I think it's weird to think that the company that made the second one, which was predominantly the same staff, I think there were maybe some departments that were a little bit different, but that company put so much detail into this one and then just said, kind of screw it with the second one, and they just improved the graphics. That's all Horse Racing Manager 2 is. A downgraded version of this game with better graphics. You know what I mean? It's weird. And let's go get that horse from Listed, which, gosh, they're all bad. But again, we go for the highest endurance because in this game and in the second game, the endurance is literally like the do or die case for these horses. Not figuratively, but in regards to whether or not they will even come close to competing or just be 20 to 30 lengths off the lead. Yeah, your endurance has to be in good shape. We're going to go ahead and acquire this 6-year-old mare. I'm just going to say that because, yeah. 6-year-old mare. Yeah, she's not really good, but she's a listed horse. That's expected. We'll train her up. But she does have 1 win, 2 places, 3 shows. And she's hit 5th and 6th, so she's not awful. She likes inside railing, so she, of course, prefers the North American tracks. Sand, very short distance, so she's a sprinter. Does prefer a companion, no blinkers, no earplug, but we'll buy her. All right, so we have our 2 horses finally here, and we'll go and actually get into a race. They're both old, but, you know, like I said, it's just kind of to see if we can build a report and maybe get some wins here, or at least get some decent showings that give us some money. Is there anything going on in the sales? No, I don't want to sell my horses. Public auction. And these horses are all good, so chances of me finding a horse that I can actually bid for is extremely unlikely. Even if I go, like, they're all listed, I guess. Outlaw, I love the name of that, but that's not a trotter. Superwoman Rose. Yeah, what is the auction like in this game? Oh, I forgot. I just have to pretend to go to the auction. Go to the next event. Okay. Which should take us to the auction. Yes, here we go. Okay. So, who did I say I was looking at? Superwoman Rose. There she is. Good speed, good acceleration. Almost at 80. Her adaptability and technique are awful. So, but I mean, gosh, she's a yearling, guys. So that's a given, right? She's green. She hasn't even raced. Now, no room left in your boxes. Oh, right. Duh, Goofy. You can't buy horses when you don't have any room for them. Duh. So we'll do that maybe next year or whenever we can. Actually, I can buy a box right now, but it's not going to be ready. Well, 2 boxes will cost $23,000. Yeah, we've already. We'll wait. We'll stick with the 2 fillies. Well, mares, I guess. All right, training. Let's go ahead and just focus on who needs the work the most, I guess, is the question. Technique is bad for Vile. An Original Lady. She needs adaptability work. So I think what we're going to do here, so you can set up things for the training center and you can do it like this, which is what I like to do, or you can have the AI do it. Sorry about that. So I think what we're going to do here, we could have our lad, Paul Livingston, train Vile, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. We'll do technique training. Thank goodness it doesn't cost. And technique training for about 2 weeks. And yeah, just see how that does for the first 2 weeks of March for the 6-year-old mare and see if her technique stat improves. It's at 5 right now or 1. It's really bad. And then for original lady, I don't know really what the focus is with her because, I mean, adaptability, of course, discipline. So, yeah, she's not very, for a 5-year-old mare, it's hard to keep her focus. It's so not ideal, but what we'll go ahead and do. So, adaptability and discipline. If I do training, yeah, adaptability would probably be under behavior. Yeah, we want behavior and technique training, I would think. So I'll go ahead and drop down a couple points on the endurance and speed training. It's not a priority. We'll bump up behavior training. We'll bump up technique training by 10 points. And we'll bump acceleration down by 5 points to bump preferences up by another 5. And that's how we'll balance her out and see how that training works. So yeah, I think that's all I need to do there for original lady, and that'll just kind of continue week to week if I don't change anything. And then yeah, Vi will be on her technique training. So we'll go ahead and advance 2 weeks, and then we'll get our horses into races for the first time before we close out. Or we'll try to. In fact, I should probably be doing that now. So keep in mind her technique is at level 5. So we'll go ahead and fast forward 1 week. Technique improves now to 6.7, and that's also what I like to see. It's like the stats, I think, improve in a much more easier and linear way to track. And we'll fast forward another week. And the good thing is as well, for anybody interested in playing this game, you can acquire it, I think, through eBay. I don't know about maybe Amazon. This injuries level. We're at 14.6 out of 56.4. The closer you get to the 56 number or whatever this bigger number is on the right, that's approaching injury territory, okay? So ideally you want to keep this number lower and make sure you're monitoring that, obviously. So it's been 2 weeks. There's been some training. Original lady, her adaptability has not improved. I thought it would with the training. Or do I have to, yeah, I guess I have to set that up still with the lad. Yeah, I guess I do. So we start this month. I said race behavior training is going to cost. So I might just do like, I'll do that and technique training because that's free. And hopefully won't cost us too much. And we'll go ahead and advance another 2 weeks. Okay, so her form's kind of up and down here. If we look at original lady, 2.3, so her adaptability has a long way to go. And our form is at 82.6. Again, I think the closer to 100 you are, the better. Vile, she's at 71.1. Doesn't really seem like she's ready to go. She hasn't been doing anything. So, yeah, this game, like I said, it's much more like you really have to get your horses into the perfect window to get them prepped for race day. But we're going to go ahead and see if we can toss them into a race. And again, for this 6-year-old mare, she likes to race, obviously, on the left-handed tracks. Light sand, very short distances. So let's see if we can find something like that. And nothing anytime soon. Everything is 1,900 meters, essentially, for what appears to be the rest of the year. So the next race, I mean, gosh, for her will be all the way in July. No, maybe June? Because I don't like the mounted races. They're just weird to me in this game. Like, it's fine as an actual racing thing. It's just not my thing to do in this game. We'll go to Victoria Parks, 1,500 meters. That's about as short as it gets. Sand. And, yeah, this should be a good declaration. And as far as who will be in the sulky, I actually would like to pay for one of the higher-ranked jockeys. $10,000 salary for Gerald Escude. Behavior is tolerant. He's essentially maxed out. Yeah, I want to pay for the best drivers. Trying to get some wins and some good results. So Vile, she'll be ready to roll in 2 months. And then we look at Original Lady. What do you prefer to do? And you like to race on the right-handed side. Firm and dirt. Average distance. Okay, so tracks. I guess when I look at National Trots, I need to look at what's a right-sided track and see if we can find it. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to look for the race and then decide if she's at average distance. Well, she probably could go 2,200 meters or something like that. Again, nothing really happening anytime soon. 27, that's a bit of a stretch, but you know what? Actually, let's do 2,200. $59,000 is to win. Dirt claiming race. Don't know if I want to. We have dirt claiming. Handicap Flagstaff. Let's see if that's a track she'll like before I end up wasting a trip there for her. Flagstaff. And perfect. Right side. Yeah, that might actually be a really good race for her. So we're going to go ahead and put Original Lady to compete in the Queen's Circuit at Flagstaff. And we'll just have non-conditions, or it's a claiming race. We could do handicap or a claiming race. Yeah, I don't really want to be in a claiming race because, you know, we'll do the handicap, right? Just want to make sure that, yeah, handicap, declaration, and again, I'm going to get the same driver. Or maybe I'll try a different one. Let's try Rob Fernandez, flexible. So that's basically almost $20,000 on jockeys. But again, I'm seeing if it's worth it in this game or if I'm going to have to go a little bit lower on that spectrum. So we look at things here. You see now our horses have our race dates set. So now we can properly set up our training programs. And again, for Vile, I think I'm going to continue just to have her do technique training because she needs it desperately. I think everything else is okay. What's her endurance at? Endurance is looking pretty good form. You want conditioning for that or fitness. So I'll do 2 weeks of technique and conditioning training for her. Original Lady, she'll be racing soon, so I have to manage her properly. And I think we're going to go ahead and have her do conditioning for today. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and advance 1 week at a time. Okay, so form 93, so perfect. Conditioning does boost the form, and it looks like she probably wants to rest for the next 2 weeks, I'm guessing. Conditioning bumps up her Vile as well. Skip another week. Okay, Vile looking pretty good. Original Lady 91. You see, it's very tricky, man. You really do have to watch it almost week to week. She's at 91, though. That's pretty good. So I would like to maybe just do light conditioning again. That should get her form up really well right before race week. And Vile, she still has a way to go. Again, I think the same thing. We'll continue to kind of go back and forth between technique training and conditioning. And we'll go ahead and advance another week. We're at May 8th. Okay. Still trying to figure things out here with Vile, but we'll continue to work. Actually, we need to go ahead and drop these actually by 15. And they're probably going to both be on similar programs. I don't really think her acceleration is as big of a deal to me. Behavior and technique training. Let's bump those up. And yeah. Okay, so now you see since Vile is actually up, you have a pre-race preparation duration, and we say 2 weeks. And I guess once you're entered into a race, a trainer can actually focus on these things for you. So I think I'm going to stick to that for Vile. Let's do it 3 weeks just to see how that goes. And then Original Lady, she's up racing today, 99 form. She should be the favorite today. And let's go ahead and see if we can go trackside. Yes, we're on race 6 on the card here at Flagstaff. Trot Group 2, meet of 7 races. We'll go ahead and sim to our race. And it's 5 and 6 year olds. Register to bet so we can see the odds. All right, here we go. So 2,200 meters here at Flagstaff for this trot. It's a field of 15. And 3 horses are carrying handicaps, but fortunately none of them are ours. So that works for us. And let's see what the bookies are saying. So Betting Magazine has Original Lady there. It says not successful this season. This could be the best race for this horse so far. Latest News has us in there as well. Already displayed enough talent. Crafty doesn't have us initially at the top. And I pay $30 to see what El Dominguez says. Camille De Bois is who he thinks will win. And P. Ricardo for $20 thinks same horse will win. All right, let's actually look at the odds here. So post time, I believe, in-game is about 10 minutes. And I love that there's actually a real in-game counter too. So like it feels immersive, you know, like it's really happening. So if you look at the odds here, Original Lady essentially going off at, if you want to round this up, she's going off at 6-1. If you round it down, 5-1. But let's just say she's going off essentially at 6-1, maybe 6-2. If you want to say that, trending downwards, trending up And that's the awesome thing too. You see these numbers, the odds, they do change. If you were to stay in this window for 10 the whole time, whether you take a break or something, these things do actually change. So it's something I will be doing with this series as we progress. Because we're getting started now, I won't be sitting here the whole time, and there will be ways we'll work that in. I'm not going to bet on myself, but just wanted to see where we're looking. She is the second favorite, breaking from post position 6. I've decided for this game, I'm going to just let the AI do their thing. Just to see if they can have success winning. Because for me, it's like, I just struggle. No amount of advice tutorials are going to help. So even on easy. Now, I forgot what option is what. I think this is to watch. That's just to simulate, and that's to participate. So I think we're going to simulate this, yes. And see what gives us better success. If me playing actually grants us better results, then I will play. But if the AI are managing to get the horses in the better windows, I think I'd rather do that. So I'm looking for our girl, which it's going to be hard to find us. I hate that they do it that. No, there we are. Back. Just want to get to our camera angle, and there you go. Yes, so we are off and pacing, or trotting, actually, even though technically this game doesn't have pacers, it's just trotters. So you have this camera view as well. You guys can feel free to let me know in the comment section below or Discord if you have a preference for the camera view you would like for this. Obviously, this is more a cinematic view of the race. And if you want to actually have us be right there, you can zoom out as well. I can change things around and kind of give us a side profile view. Yeah, we can do a lot. So you can have a lot of approaches to how you want this game to be viewed. I don't really know what I want for us yet, so let's see if we can get back. Wait, I'm not even on the right horse. Or am I? Sorry, this is not going like I thought. Oh yeah, I accidentally clicked on a horse that I didn't want to be on. How the heck did that happen? Yeah, this thing is like really weird. So actually, if I change it around like that, it's not as ideal as I thought. No, not the horse I'm trying to get to. And yeah, so weird. It actually doesn't allow. It's almost like it's. I'm not saying it's glitched, but I'm trying to get back to the horse I want to view from at least the first person view, and like, oh, it has inverse zoom in. I hate inverse options in games. It drives me nuts. I'm like, why am I zooming out when I'm zooming in? But no, it's inverse in this game for some reason. Anyways, yeah, I can't really figure out what camera angle looks the best, so I'm probably just gonna have to experiment with quite a bit. But actually, I think because I'll be doing some of these videos for YouTube Shorts, quite a bit of this series will be chopped into exciting YouTube Shorts that I see fit. This camera angle probably gives us the best view of that, I would think. The side profile isn't bad, but it's a lot going on, and I think it causes a little bit more of a frame rate drop. And yeah, we're hitting some real turbulence here. Now, if I go back to the cinematic angle, see, it's a little bit more smoother watching it this way. So, let's see what our girl, Vile does, or Original Lady, excuse me, with Rob Fernandez. And whoa, she's on a break. I'm not in a break. We don't want that. On a run here. Now the stretch we come. It is Camille Des Bois, the favorite, leading out in front. And here comes Original Lady with Rob Fernandez running at 48 kilometers an hour to the inside. It is still Camille Des Bois with Alex Thomas in the sulky. Rob Fernandez, or excuse me, on Original Lady, trying to push her 200 meters left to go. It is still the favorite. Original Lady sitting currently in third, about to fall to fourth. Doesn't appear there's any more response. She is tiring. There is another tap there, and that may just bring her in for fourth place as they cross the line. And again, when you do the cinematic angle, for some reason, when the horses cross the line, it doesn't even give you like that side angle shot. It just continues to follow them around the track, however you saw. I think she finished in, wow, 6th. Yeah, not ideal, but $2,300, but obviously not worth the price I paid for the jockey, or excuse me, the driver, which was $10K. So according to him, eased out too long, out inside, not my fault. You're the driver. Could not contend for the win in the stretch. Lacked speed to contend in the stretch. That's fair. Before the start, the horse did not feel quite right and was a bit tense. I never managed to steady him during the race. He is a sheep, so yeah, this guy is like considered the best driver in the game, and he's just saying things outside of obviously the obvious that, you know, she may have been a bit tense and whatever, but like not actually helping. So Not ideal. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just simulate this last race on the card and advance. So, yeah, not the results I wanted. Sixth isn't bad though. That was a big field, but I was hoping for like a place. So I'm probably gonna do the race next time myself. In fact, I might actually do that with Original Lady because sometimes, yeah, I forgot the AI. They're not. I don't know how good or bad they are at actually taking control of your horse in this game. So I'm probably gonna do the driving myself. Now, when are you racing? Original Lady. Let's look at our entries. Okay, all the way in June, and then that means I still have to manage Vile here, or Vielle, or Ville. I feel like this name could be said a thousand million ways. It's not even a number, but I'm sure you get the point. Yeah, Original Lady. We need another race for you. Yeah, that wasn't really ideal, because like I said, I was hoping we were going to have a stronger result there, but we did not. Are we going back to Flagstaff? We probably are. Don't know how soon. Where's her format? Are you ready to race again? 63. No, not even close. All right, I'm going to give her like maybe 6 to 8 weeks off and see if she'll be ready. Victoria Park. Is that a track you'll actually enjoy? Please tell me this is a track that's going the way she wants. Victoria Park. Sorry about that. It is on the right. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, so that should work for her. And we can do that 1,500 meters again. I'll run her a little bit shorter. I want to see if she actually responds to that. And I'm done overpaying. I'm just going to get a reasonable experienced driver. And since I'll be controlling, I don't know if it really matters or not. I think I'm going to try to spend like under $200. Now, let's do Yutaki Jones, because why not? And we'll go set up her training and get her ready. Okay, so what you have here, a couple weeks, a little over a month actually. So she needs form. Could have the trainer just do the thing, or the training center actually. I'll just, you know what, I'm gonna have the training center do the training. Like, I'm just kind of gonna keep things automated like that for now, so I can really focus on the racing. So our next race, we'll just go ahead and fast forward to that. And we'll see how our horses look. Vile, or Ville. I'm going to call her... No, that's not Vile. That would be... Ville? That would be Ville. Gosh, 2 L's, Eric. Come on. Race 4. Imagine doing that the whole episode and just figuring it out now. Sounds about right. All right, let's see what we have. Field of 13. For our mare, racing with her for the first time, I will be taking control. And I don't really care to see what they say. Let's go ahead and just look at where we are expected to finish. And long shot odds, not great. So yeah, definitely a good idea. I should be running this race. We're expected to finish like almost second or third to last. All right, wish me luck. Let's go ahead and do that. Not a good start, but gotta do what I gotta do. And we're off and trotting. And what I'm gonna try to do is obviously stay to the rail as much as I can. Let's see, where are we running? About 38 kilometers an hour, so pretty much where I am. And you have these bars on the left. You have the pie chart here of, I think this is endurance, the red. Blue, I think green is maneuverability and blue is wind fatigue. So if it's windy, you can see this is awesome. This is a moving icon, 3 kilometers going north as of now. So the more wind you're facing, the higher this blue bar will go. And yeah, managing the speed is a little bit tricky here. Okay, now we're running pretty hard. So 47 kilometers an hour. I usually try to keep it more in the middle, or at least to the point where the horse is not suffering too much endurance, stamina drain, or wind fatigue. But we're kind of on the back stretch, and we're in a weird spot, so we can't... Usually if a horse is actually on the outside of you, it actually prevents you from having some of that wind fatigue. So yeah, we're pretty much at the back. Like, we're not supposed to do well here today, so... Just trying to have a good result. There's a little bit of stamina left. We're going to have to improve the endurance. I might need to focus on that training this year. It's going to be tough, man. It's tough. And I'm just not that great at the harness mode in this game, just in general. So Just trying to do my best here, but let's get her going now. Don't really want to put her under the whip yet. I'm worried about her braking. I'm just gonna kind of slowly increase her speed, but she's gonna burn out before the end, and that's like really the major problem. I feel like if I give her a tap right now, she may actually break, and that's not what you want. So it's just kind of a management game. It's not. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But with the horse that's a little bit green like she is, well, I beat more horses than I expected. Instead of finishing 3 horses behind, we only finished ahead of 4 horses or whatever. So yeah, she was never meant to win that race, despite the conditions being fair. I think her endurance is really the problem. I wasn't even running her that hard, and she was still struggling to keep up with the field. So that's how it happens. And I keep forgetting to advance the rest of the card, all races. I keep simming just to the next ones. Okay, Original Lady. We're back up. I forgot we're racing on the same day. This will close out the card here today. Original Lady, I will be taking control. Where are we expected to finish? Second favorite, again, behind Fleur de la Couronne. Lots of French name horses in here. Nothing wrong with that. But hopefully we'll have a chance here. The Original Lady. Not good adaptability. Technique and endurance. Doesn't really show you where her endurance is. Oh, yes, it does. 60. She's maxed out. 99 form. We should be able to get the win. Hopefully. She might be the better horse for me anyways. So let's go ahead and increase our speed. Okay, much better start here. Much better start. And I'm going to try to make sure I get her out really fast. And we're off and pacing. Don't break. Don't break. Just get out quickly. Get out quickly. Get out quickly. And not really getting out quickly at all. We're all running essentially the same speed. I got to get her up. I want to at least try to get to the rail. I do not want to be running this far on the outside, and this is really a drain, so we're going to have to try to close, but they're running super hard, not letting me close in like I want. Now we can move in. All right, there we go. That desperately needed to happen. It really did. Because being on the outside like that was not going to help us. Oh, she has blinkers. Nice. And it matches our silk colors. It's awesome. Forgot. This game actually pays attention to that. In the second one, you could have these silk colors and they'll just give you 3 default colors no matter what. It's really annoying. I'm probably going to have to make a video about that. Because a lot of people have recently asked me about that game in the last couple of months. I'm just trying to figure out a way I can legitimately get it to you guys. Of course, things have changed now with a lot of that stuff with YouTube over the years. So it's not what it used to be. You definitely have to follow the rules in that regards. So looking pretty good here. Feeling good. Managing her stamina. We're protected from any wind. We're tucked in the pocket here. And I'm just kind of waiting for an opportunity to get her loose once it opens up. Yeah, we're ready to go. So actually, I might actually wait till the stretch. I don't really feel the need to get her going just yet. Okay, we'll go ahead and increase her speed. Okay, give her a tap. I do not want to break. Don't break, don't break. Okay, see, you have to manage that red bar to the very left like that. Now we're rolling. Now we're rolling. She has plenty of stamina. Down the stretch we come. Here comes Original Lady. She's on a drive. What a drive from Original Lady. Yes, sir. It's gonna be a win to end the episode. Original Lady to cross the line. She gets it done. And apparently I figured out how to play this game right for once. Let's go. $28,000. Original Lady. She wins the Victoria Park Big Race of West Trot here. And that's what I'm talking about. That's the sweet spot right there. Ran with the leaders much of the race. Breezed through the first part of the race, but I had to fully extend the stretch. The horse is very sharp, and I think we will work well together. Oh, that feels great. I have not won in this game in what feels like years, honestly, because I just don't try. So that is awesome for Original Lady. And yeah, Villet, we'll have to figure something out with her, but I think there's a win in there somewhere. A couple wins. Hopefully, Original Lady, she gets the win at Victoria Park. There she is. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's exactly what we needed. $30,000 in winnings this year already for Original Lady. Fantastic. And hopefully we can find a good stud eventually once we retire her. I mean, the great thing about trotters is you can race them so much longer than thoroughbreds. So she may be a horse that actually peaks at 8 or 9 years old. You know what I mean? So hopefully the future's bright. And she's a Group 2 horse. So hopefully she'll be one to stabilize us in this game. That'll do it though. Hope you guys enjoyed. Appreciate your love and support. Any comments, thoughts, questions, concerns, let me know in the comment section below. But until next time, HRG signing out. Hope you all have a great fantastic day. I will see you later and goodbye.